good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. And today we are back with another video. This time around, I want to discuss a very important topic surrounding Twitch. And I feel like over the years, things have gotten a little bit more difficult with content creation and, people actually checking out your content. And it is sad to see the state of not even just Twitch, but like the state of streaming in general. Like, people just go live and they play a game and that's all they do. But back in the day, I would say 2015 to 2017, the culture when it came to streaming, because Twitch was the only one that did it back then, it was different. I feel like there was a more community-based culture when it came to streaming on Twitch, and it was very tight-knit. It was very, like, there was only certain streamers you could, like, gravitate towards. And that was, I think, where Twitch was, like, I favorited that time when Twitch was just tight-knit, and you had these communities you could go to and hang out, and, the streamer would actually interact with you and just chat, have a conversation, hang out. Those were the vibes I missed. And now we're in 2025, and I feel like I don't have a place to go to where I can have a tight-knit community. And it sucks. It really does. And that is, I think, the point of this video I want to make is streamers, funny enough, don't care about their audience anymore. And it's not like every streamer. It's most. But I want to just go through this real quick with you guys, just kind of give you an idea of how Twitch is now. So let's just jump into this real quick. Okay, well, that's not handy, but basically how you start out on Twitch is you will start out at 0 viewers. And it's sad, but it's true. You will start out at 0 viewers. And that's kind of where I'm at, even 10 years later. And it kind of goes back into the vein of the last video. But what I really want to talk about here is the numbers when it comes to Twitch with your viewer count and what you're at. When you're at 0 viewers, you'll be lucky to have one person come into your chat. And that's where, the humble beginnings of a community would build, When it comes to 0 viewers, you'll get like view bots, you'll get people just wanting to advertise in your stream like, oh, cheap viewers here. Hey, can I do some art for you? I promise I'm the best in the whole freaking world, which is not true, but that is where, for a lot of people, that's where Twitch really starts, and it sucks. It really does. And I think when your numbers start to climb, you start to lose the meaning or the purpose of why you started streaming in the first place. Like, I have the perception, or I have the idea that no matter how many viewers I get in the future, if I were to make it to partner status or have monetary gain to Twitch, I would still remain the same streamer. I wouldn't change. Even if there was a monetary value to it, I would still care about the people that showed up to the stream. I would interact with people. That is my ideology when it comes to Twitch. And I think that should be everyone's ideology. But obviously, there's different places you can stream now, and it's not the same tight community it was. Now, getting into this next one here is when you have 25 to 50 viewers. That's when it becomes community-based, and you have a really tight-knit community, and you have people you can chat with, people you can hang out with, and you're constantly interacting with your stream. I've seen it now. Like, I've seen when it comes to smaller streamers that have these numbers, they are interacting with their stream. They're chatting with their community. At least I would hope. If you're not, what are you doing? Right? And that's, you're still in that tight-knit, like, you have this community you can talk to and hang out with, and you still care about the people that show up. And I think when numbers start to grow, you start to lose that. And I just want to keep going here because my point is going to get across to you one way or another, right? So when you get to 100 or 1,000 viewers, that's when things start to get a little difficult for like your community. Because if you're like, let's say you're 100 to 500, that is where like you can still have a conversation with your community, still chat with them. Some people might get lost in the conversation, but they'll still be there. When you get over that, let's say 500 to 1,000, then you start to, your chat just continues to go fast. And at that point, if you have this many people, at that point you would need a Discord. And I think that's where like, that's the side you don't see of Twitch, like the Discord, because Discord I think entered Twitch in 2017 or 2016. It was somewhere around there. It was like around when Twitch started to get like when Twitch started to get normalized, and then that's when Discord showed up, and it was kind of the perfect match. But that's when you start making a Discord, and that's when, you know, the people that get lost in the chat can go to this Discord and hang out. And you still don't even lose your sense of tight-knit community here, because it's still there, but it's not. It's like, it's some weird in-between where like the streamer isn't huge, like super big to where like you get forgotten and left behind in the chat. But point is, like, when the numbers start to get bigger, you start to forget about the streamer you once were. And I don't ever want that to happen to me. Like, I know for a fact if I ever hit numbers like these, I'll stay the same person, I'll stay the same streamer. I'm not changing just because numbers keep going. Because, I don't know, man. I think if you start to lose meaning of the reason you started doing Twitch, or you started to do content, like, you lose yourself, man. And I don't want to lose myself. But continuing on, I think we have like, what, 2 more slides here. When you hit 5K to 10K viewers, that is, at that point, like, you need that Discord to thrive, and you need, that's where people can communicate to one another. But at that point, like, it becomes more about like people talking to each other in Discord instead of the streamer interacting with community. Like 5K to 10K, like, that's a lot of people talking at once in a stream if you had this many viewers. And it's nuts, man. It's crazy. Like, I feel like the more viewers you get, the less of a community you have. If that sounds weird, in my head, I think it sounds better, but like, I think viewership takes away from your community. Somehow it does. Because then you just have all these people in here, and you start to look at the chat and you go, whoa, where am I? Like, it's not the, it's like you go to a coffee shop and suddenly it's just, suddenly it's a restaurant, you know? Like, you suddenly, you end up in a different place even though you were in the same place. It's weird to me, but I do think sometimes viewership can take away from the community, but I don't think I'll ever hit these numbers. But if I ever did, I'd try to find a way to keep up with chat. I would do my darndest. But then the final numbers I want to get it to is 25 to 50K. At that point, your community is just like you don't talk to them anymore. You just I don't know. I feel like at this point you've lost yourself. I think Twitch for me is like, I find it's more about the community than the actual viewership you have. But I digress. I feel like 100 to 1,000 is like the perfect number to have to maintain that community and also have a Discord on the side where that community can go and hang out. But when you get to these numbers, man, God, there's just something like, I don't know. It's such a huge number. Like, that's like a stadium watching you, and it's like, that's too much. At that point, I would like try to bring, it sounds weird, but I would try to bring the number down back to like what community numbers look like. If that hurts your stats, so be it. But like, man, I wouldn't want to get to these numbers and then not have a community to like talk to, you know? But those numbers are crazy. That's like the numbers big streamers have. And when it comes to caring about the audience, like, that's, I think this is the number. Like not even going back to 5K to 10K. I feel like at that point you still care about your audience, but when you get to here, it's like you start to lose sight of what you cared about the most. Like you see these numbers like, oh my god, I've made it. I don't have to, oh my god, I don't have to talk to them anymore. Like, dude, come on. I feel like so many big streamers don't care about their audience anymore, and they just care about like the fact that they made it and they're making money, they're making millions. I feel like these streamers have a wrong view on how streaming works and how you should be streaming. It's, to me, I feel like you should be caring about the people that are there. You should be caring about the people that have chosen to be in the stream. Like, they could be anywhere else, but they'd rather be there to support you or to hang out with you, you know? I think that's the big thing here for me is like, one day I would love to be here. One day. Even here would be nice, but I would love to be here. But then everyone else is like here or here. It's kind of a weird thing. Like, you see how it, like, this is where I'm at right now. This is where I should be at the moment, but I'm not. This is where I want to be. Here's a little dangerous, and here's crazy. This is an insane thing to reach for, and I would never reach for this because it would just, I feel like I wouldn't be able to handle it, but is what it is, man. But it is sad to see that, like, you know, people hit this number and then they start to lose sight of why they started doing it in the first place, you know? And they start making an event out of everything and not caring about their chat. It's interesting. Twitch has changed in so many ways, and so has content creation in general, but it is really sad to see, like, Twitch is not as tight-knit as it once was. I miss the old days of Twitch where streamers cared about their community and cared about talking with people and interacting with their chat, and we're probably never going to get to that point again, but I would love to see it happen in the future. But anywho, that's going to be the video for today, but thank you guys for watching if you did. As always, I appreciate it a ton, and I will see you guys in the next video, and yeah, goodbye!